Hi, Gemini. Welcome. This is going to be your you versus them reading, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So, Gemini, when I was preparing for the reading and meditating on the collective Gemini energy, I was feeling kind of pulled in two different directions. So some of you could feel pulled in two different directions right now, or you might just have more than one thing that's weighing on your mind, okay? For a very few of you, maybe more than one circumstance or more than one person you're connecting with. But let's get the tarot cards out and see. Also, the song that I kept hearing on repeat, which, geez, you can't even open social media anymore without hearing it anyways, was Frozen by Madonna. But some of you might relate to that for whatever reason. Take it or leave it. I just wanted to mention that real quick. So, Gemini, we're going to look at you and the person you are connecting with and go back and forth there. Keep in mind that the person you're connecting with is not always an intimate partner, although for the majority of you it will be, but it could also be really anyone in your life. So keep an open mind and feel free to flip the roles if you need to, as it is a general reading. So overall energy here is Cancerian energy. May have that in your chart or be dealing with someone who has that in their chart. And or it's just the influencing vibe. So this is a very emotional, very sensitive type of energy. It can be a little bit moody, but on the other hand, it could be very nurturing, very receptive. So some of you tapping more into your feminine energy. Even if you're a masculine Gemini, you just might feel a little bit more emotional, all right, than you typically would be. Especially with the High Priestess here showing up in your overall energy, Gemini. So this is talking about your intuitive self, tapping into your intuition. But sometimes the High Priestess can also talk about the unknown or the unknowable. It's like this mysterious, maybe even sometimes a secretive energy. So that might also be surrounding the situation. Person you're connecting with is the Ace of Swords. So this seems like kind of an opposition energy, and they're giving me the word oppositional. So I don't know, take it or leave it. Where like this person is relying more so on their logic, their smarts, their brain than say their emotions or their intuition or their spirituality to make decisions. So I feel like you kind of being in a different energy, just, well, a different mindset, I should say, than this person. And it may be that that's always the case, or maybe just during this time frame there seems to be a little bit of like an opposition in the energy as to the way that you're seeing something or the way that you're thinking about something, all right? I do feel like this person wants answers. They want clarity. As do you, but I just feel like the way that you might be going about it is different, right, than how this person is going about it. So let's go deeper, right, and look at the past and what led up to the current moment. Then we're going to look at your perception of each other, then how you genuinely feel underneath it all, hopes, and most likely outcome. So Gemini. Recent past energy for my Geminis. I have a song coming in. Just the one part of the song, it's Jessie Reyes. She says, "Go deep, babe. Go deep, babe." Maybe you want more depth in your life, or you could resonate with that song. There's another lyric to that song that's coming through. She says, "I like being ugly. That way if you love me, I know that you love me forever. I like being ugly. That way if you love me, I know that you love me forever." Go check that song out. You'll probably like that song, Gemini. I actually got that song and titled a reading after that song, and it was for Scorpio. It was last month's You versus Them, I believe. If you are dealing with Scorpio or have that in your chart, check out that reading. All right, so Page of Wands, Queen of Swords showing up in the recent past. Queen of Wands here. And the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So it's like whatever Okay, so there's a message here about Gemini feeling like maybe the spark was dying within yourself or within a connection or just life in general. It's just like nothing seeming exciting to you, wanting to have fun, wanting to feel joy, wanting to be in your higher self, but then just either not feeling motivated or not feeling inspired, you know, to the action that was needed. It's almost like there's also this message about like a reactionary energy. So there might have been a lot of that going on, like just reacting to whatever the moment was, as opposed to like taking something in and thinking on it. So either that's a caution or that was a problem in the past, this reactionary type of vibe, okay? I feel it coming from your end, but it could be this person you are connecting with. But I just feel like some of you, it's like taking this period of time to carefully consider, you know, what brings you passion and what is it that you're really wanting, and trying to listen to maybe your inner self or your inner voice to figure out the answers. Some of you could have been tapping into your inner child or could benefit from like an inner child healing. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but essentially it's just looking upon your prior self with love and grace. It's really that simple, right? But yet not simple, because as human beings, we tend to be very hard on ourselves. And Gemini, you might have been being a little too hard on your prior self, your past self, your inner child, you know, thinking you should have been different or something should have been different. And if so, this is the time to release that energy, all right? So let's see, and then they're giving me bad at love. Some of you may have felt like, well, maybe I'm just not good at this love thing. Maybe I'm just not good at these relationships or this connection, or there's like some ruminating thoughts about that showing up in the Gemini energy that still need to be processed. All right. And letting go of that negative rhetoric and just loving yourself fully for who you are. And just remember that we're all figuring it out. You know, everybody wants to act like the expert, but none of us know what we're doing on planet Earth. Let's just be honest. At the end of the day, nobody truly has it all together. Okay? That's because we're making it up as we go. So let's see. Gemini, recent past for the person you're dealing with. 3 of Cups. I saw that song in my head. Go deep, babe. 3 of Cups, 7 of Wands. So I do feel like there's some defensiveness showing up on this person's end. And or they may have felt like you were being that way. Especially if this is a masculine. I feel like the masculine feeling like a little bit shoved out, okay, for whatever reason. If you're the masculine Gemini, you could have been doing that. But there's a sense of like this person knowing what they want and wanting to see it come together. And I feel like for a lot of you, it was you. It was this connection, you know, but then feeling like this defensiveness come through, and it just kind of taken this person aback a little bit, and then making them feel a little bit unstable in the connection, or not stable with where they stood in the connection, Gemini. Or you might have been feeling that way, but it's just a sense of like, also a sense of pride getting in the way as well. Don't mind my dogs. That may have prevented something coming together as nicely as it could have. As my dogs go crazy. I'm sorry, there's someone here, but I'll stop in a minute. So let's look at perception then. And what's going on in the current energy, all right, for Gemini. Go a little bit deeper here. 3 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the World. So, in the way that you're perceiving this, Gemini, I feel like some of you are ready for your next chapter. Like, you just want a clean slate, a clear beginning point. if something's been disappointing you or someone has disappointed you, I feel you going completely into detachment mode. You might very well ignore or ghost someone during this time frame. You know, and that's to an extreme, but I feel like some of you are just like, ugh, I cannot deal with that. So if anybody is, like, I get a sense of like you already not maybe in the best mental space for whatever reason, or emotional space. And it's almost like if someone is contributing to you feeling worse, then that's a clear indication to separate yourself from them. Or you will take that as a clear indication of like, okay, you are not contributing to my happiness. You are contributing to my misery, and creating some distance there. All right. There's also this message here, Gemini, of maybe even wanting to detach from your emotions altogether, or kind of go into your head, or maybe even a little bit of escapism showing up here. I just feel like, you know how when things have been weighing on you, and they've been weighing on you for a while, and you just can't get your mind around it, and then just one day you just snap, you know, or you, maybe that's not the right word, you just are done with something. You know what I mean? Like, I just need to run away, or the sense of like, I just want to get away for some of you. And actually they're saying having some sort of reprieve for yourself, no matter how big or how small, is actually the ticket. They keep saying the ticket, to kind of coming back around to yourself, figuring out what it is that you want, clearing the space so that you can do so. Because some of you, it's like, why? It's a sense of like, why don't I feel passionate, you know? Or like yourself maybe lately, or when you're with this person possibly. So let's see this person, Ace of Wands. The Nine of Cups. I still have that song in my head. Wow. Okay. So I know exactly what's happening, but let me pull it all together. So this person has the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Give me one more confirmation, please. Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So if things did not come together the way that this person wanted in the past with you, or just in general, I feel like they want to make another go at it, or they still want to see some sort of successful outcome. So I don't feel like this person has given up on what it is that they're desiring here, Gemini. They want emotional satisfaction. They want passion. They want answers. They want clarity. And for some of them, they want to reunite or re-experience something, if nothing else, you know. Like, I feel like this person wants another chance with you, especially if this is someone that things didn't work out with. But that could mean a lot of things, you know. If you had just a recent scuffle or a disagreement, this person wants a chance to talk it out or to work it out, all right? That's like the very first message that I'm getting. And I feel like, Gemini, if that's the case, you're over here still muddled in your energy about it. Like, still not sure how to feel or what you want to do or what you think about it. Whereas I feel like this person is absolutely certain, you know, what it is that they want. And maybe that's why you're being encouraged to kind of take some time to go deep, right, within yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I really want? You know, what is going to, okay, I heard blow my whistle, and then I'm like, no, and then I got the song Ring My Bell. What's going to ring my bell? So let's go deeper into the emotional space. What else for Gemini? Let's into the emotional space. Page of Cups. The Wheel. The Five of Pentacles. Ooh. And the Strength card. So I get a sense here, Gemini, of like, some of you may have had this fear of like being alone or not feeling like you fit in, possibly. But I feel like that was all just what I said, a fear. False evidence appearing real. Your brain telling you something that is not actually the truth, right? Because in reality, I feel like, first of all, law of attraction will always bring you people that are a match to you. And if it's bringing you people that are a match to you and you don't like those people, then there's likely some inner work that you need to do to love yourself a little bit more. Because you attract based on how you feel mostly about yourself. So, something to keep in mind there. But I actually feel like a lot of you have gotten to the point, though, of being okay by yourself, being okay alone, and, you know, things kind of running smoothly, appreciating having some independence here and the ability to choose for yourself. And maybe someone impeding on that, or, you know, trying to tell you how to live is actually concerning to you. Or it's like, well, I've kind of gotten used to my space or the way that my life is or the way that things are running. And so, you know, they're giving me tread on you. You don't want anybody to tread on that, I feel. And maybe that's where some of this hesitancy is coming from, or like this muddled energy that I'm feeling around you, Gemini. And don't forget, we're in a retrograde, right? Actually, we're getting ready to come out of it. But still, like, the energy is a little funky right now, so this is not surprising. But the encouragement here is to be open, you know, to other possibilities of how things could work out. Don't close yourself off to that. Maybe you don't need to compromise as much as you think that you need to compromise. You know what I mean? But you'll never know if you stay in a closed off energy. And so they're saying, be more open. And then I heard transparent. So some of you need to be more transparent with what it is that you're wanting. So let's see. Woo! Person you are dealing with, their emotional space for Gemini. Sun. Oh, wow. The Ten of Cups. Oh, wow. Oh, the Five of Cups. Why the Five of Cups? Judgment. The Hermit. What's this? That got heavy. Okay, so Gemini, this person here, in their heart of hearts, like, they want the Ten of Cups and the Sun. Emotional fulfillment, happiness, union, things to come together. And at the same time, they feel at a loss as to, like, how to go about something, or they fear loss for some of them, or that someone will make a decision that, there's so many different ways this is coming through. Let me try and get it, please. Imagine knowing what you want and seeing that in another person, or seeing that possibility, and then feeling like you, on the other hand, you might lose it. You know, and it's like that thought is more than this person can bear or handle. Like, it just straight takes them down to the gutter. Like, it straight plays on their fear of loss and insecurity. Because maybe this person has lost in the past, you know, or had that sense of, like, feeling lost. Because I heard, I once was lost, but now I'm found. But I feel like now they're in this more certain space of feeling good about themselves, but also about what they want. And in their heart, they know what it is. They know what's up. But there's also this fear of judgment, you know, or loss that this person needs to do some spiritual work around. Like, they're looking for answers, but I feel like they're looking in all the wrong places. Like, they could be looking to other people for the answer or you for the answer, but really what they need to do is go within. Now, I feel like Gemini, you do understand the importance of going within, and maybe that's why there's a difference in your energy levels. Like, maybe the way that you process things is more through your spiritual self or your inner being, and this person, they look for it instead through feedback and talking to others and advice and counsel, like things that seem more logical to them. But it actually misleads them because it leads them away from how they feel. And how you feel is always pointing you in the right direction of what you want. Hope this is making sense. Yeah, and I feel like you want clarity, you want answers, you want clear communication, but when you feel like it. And I literally got that on the end of that sentence, but when you feel like it. Because some of y'all don't really feel like talking, or some of y'all need to spend a little bit of time by yourself before you have some sort of conversation. This person wants action. See, I get a little bit of impatience over here on their end here, Gemini, or a little bit of this dominant, impulsive energy coming through. So let's see what the most likely future outcome is then. And keep in mind that all the future outcomes are based on free will. Ooh, my card came out of nowhere. Okay, Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Temperance. As I said earlier, yeah, some of y'all, it's not the right time yet to communicate something. What's this? Okay, so that song is coming through even stronger now. The Jessie Reyez song. I like being ugly. That way, if they love me, I know that they love me forever. Some of y'all, I don't want to say you're intentionally giving this person a hard time to like kind of test out to see how much they care, but there is a small group of you that is intentionally doing that, and you know if you're doing that. But I would say the majority of you, it's not intentional necessarily. It's just like you trying to figure out how you feel, which is kind of causing this person to then like demonstrate how they truly feel on a more powerful level, because you're creating uncertainty here without meaning to. But it's like there's some sort of avoidance of communicating of your feelings here. Like the more, this is so, it seems counterintuitive. But this is how it's coming through. It's almost like one person is completely shutting down, and this triggers the other person to open up more, or like to push more, or to try and get answers more. Like, as opposed to like the other person also detaching or getting the hint and moving away from the situation, it just pulls them in more. Is that interesting? Yeah. It's almost like the more you keep things to yourself, or the more independent you are, the more it draws this person's attention. And like I said, for most of you, it's not even intentional. You're just trying to deal with your own stuff. You're just stuck in your own mind, and you're not thinking about how it's impacting someone else or this person, or you're not even aware of it. But some of you, for very few of you, it is intentional of like, well, let me show you my ugly, and if you still love me, then I know you love me forever. like testing, which is a very Scorpionic thing to do. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, like I said, check out that last reading I did for them. All right, so let's see this person's most likely future outcome then. The Chariot, the Strength card, yes. It just, I love when the message comes out first and then the cards just validate it. It's like, it drives this person crazy. Like, it drives them to come on stronger or to dominate or assert themselves harder. You know what I mean? Especially if they have a fear of losing you. What else? 8 of Pentacles. Because they're giving me another song, which I've gotten before in readings. It's, I wanna drive you wild, wild, wild. This person wants to drive you wild, or you drive them wild. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. So they want to work on things with you. Even if there's been a severing of ties. Like I said, this person wants an opportunity to make something right, or to make amends, or see things come together. And the more you pull away, or the more you retract your energy, for some reason, it just drives this person wild. And I feel like makes them want to move faster, push harder. Almost like they feel like they need to prove themselves here to you, Gemini. Or prove something here. But I feel like they're definitely wanting movement. And this is showing up in the future energy. And they feel very strongly about it. It's like, yeah, no, I want to work on this. Like, let's talk about this. Let's resolve something, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like this person letting it go. They're like a dog with a bone, you know, energetically speaking, right? And that's just what it is for right now. So I guess the question is, are you going to allow it? Are you going to let it in? And for each of you, that will be a different answer, right? So you need to ask yourself that, Gemini. So let's see what the guidance is then. They have believe. Thought I saw a card, but I guess not. So they have believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible. The difference between success over failure, and above all who you are, is the power of your belief. Yes, of course they would get the believe card. See, because this person, like I said earlier, is trying to come at the situation from a more pragmatic stance, when what they're really needing to do is to trust the universe a little bit more, believe in themselves, and listen to their intuition. You have support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So I feel like some of you are in the space right now of examining or re-examining the relationships in your life, and maybe even considering, like, are you a here forever person or a come and go person, you know, and kind of making that decision. Gemini. So, wow, super interesting reading. Zodiac signs that you could be dealing with or have in your own birth chart. I have Leo, Cancerian energy, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo again. Cancerian energy, Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Aquarius. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it could be any zodiac sign, as it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate, you can do so there. Otherwise, I am wishing you the very best, Gemini, and until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.